First on Fox Story, the American Parents Coalition is warning that two of the top teachers unions in this country are pushing radical agendas at the expense of educational outcomes. The warning claims the American Federation of Teachers and the National Education Association have invested hundreds of millions of dollars in woke organizations and far left causes. The founder of Moms for Liberty, Tina Descovich, joins me now. Tina, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us more about this warning from the American Parents Coalition and what all parents need to know about this.
The teachers union, they've had a stranglehold on public education for decades. We know that. We lay the failure of public education at the feet of the work that they've been doing. They have long forgotten the importance of education, teaching students to read and do math, and they've been focusing on nothing but radical ideology the last several decades.
Yeah, well, you have been fighting for students to actually be educated in schools for some time now, since the pandemic, when test scores were at an all-time low. Have you seen any metric or sign that things are getting better?
No, they actually are getting worse, which is shocking everyone, including us. You would think after COVID, with students being back in the classroom, that scores would be increasing, but still only a third of American fourth graders can read. Recent scores that have come out in civics and American history have shown us that only 22% of high school graduates can actually pass a civics test, and only 20% of high school seniors can name 3 basic facts about American history. We are not doing well for our students, and these national teachers unions are dumping millions of dollars into Democrat candidates, both nationally and locally. Recently, Moms for Liberty won 17 school board races across the country, which we're thrilled about. But there are 13,000 school districts, and these teachers unions are putting in hundreds of millions of dollars, and the average parents just can't even fight against that kind of money.
Yeah, and these test scores are what should really be concerning and what the focus should be. Many parents would assume that that would be the focus of these teachers unions. But here is Randy Weingarten, the head of the American Federation of Teachers. This is her talking in late October about the things that are on her mind. Watch this.
We don't want our neighbors disappeared by masked Asians. We don't want our colleges forced to sign loyalty oaths. We don't want, what? We don't want public officials arrested on trumped-up political charges. And, this is a little different, we want our federal government to fix the health care crisis that was created by the big, ugly bill Republicans passed in July.
Okay, so that could be a great campaign speech for a Democrat running for Congress. But does that message coming from the top of one of the nation's largest teachers unions actually trickle down into the classroom?
You know, I go from being angry to almost laughing at that woman. Why can she not focus on the failure of education in America? She has such power and authority amongst teachers, obviously, and she could be using it for such good. Instead, she focuses on everything from foreign relations to abortion, pronouns in classrooms. She wrote an entire book with the preface focusing on attacking Moms for Liberty and parents that are trying to make education better. It's beyond unfortunate, and it's time for teachers to rise up, leave the teachers union, stop giving their money to this organization that's not doing anything to improve education in America.
Well, listen, New York City has the largest school system in the country. And take a look at this New York Post headline from May. New York City students score far below state national averages on SATs, some of the lowest scores in years. So incoming Mayor Zoran Mamdani, he's been handed an education problem. What would your advice be to him on how to fix this?
To get back to the basics, you know, put parents back in the driver's seat. They've actually thrown parents off of their school boards that have been duly elected in New York City for pushing back against some of the woke ideologies and nonsense and standing up for student achievement. They've got a long way to go in New York. They spend, I believe, over $20,000 per student, twice what we spend here in Florida, and they have worse learning outcomes. So open up the free market there in New York City. Focus on reading and writing and phonics and the basics, and those students will thrive.
Yeah. Well, we, Fox News Digital, reached out to the NEA, the ATF for comment, but did not yet hear back. Tina, we know that you will be continuing to fight, right, as the founder of Moms for a Living. Tina Descovich, thank you so much for joining us.